para sa akin, mahirap magpakatao kasi ang taong hindi nagpapakatao, nagpapakahayop. Oh.
Ako naniniwala, Bishop, with the church around, still guiding us. Hindi naman talagang galit ang Diyos, but rather, He is just telling you, wake up,
wake up,
you know.
yes, oh.
The situation is getting out of order,
Yeah.
but you still have the chance, just come back to me.
Oo.
Because He will open His arms to you and
Yeah.
embrace you.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Yan ang nakikita kong role ng church ngayon, na
Yeah.
you will not condemn anybody na masama ka, mabuti ka, kundi ang church is always open to those who really wanted to come back.
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
agree with you. Hindi mo masasabing tunay na makatao ka na kung hindi ganoon kataas ang iyong kamalayan at malasakit, lalong-lalo na sa mga nasasantabi at napag-iiwanan ng lipunan. Aanhin ko ang tagumpay kung ako lang ang nagtatagumpay.
Yes.
At ang nakararami sa ating lipunan ay naghihikahos.
Yes.
Tanong natin, anong pwede natin gawin para makasabay naman sila?
So, ano itong hakbang ginagawa ng simbahan?
Ang social apostolate has always been part of the work of the church. Kaya nga, sa bawat diocese, mayroong iba't ibang arm, yung formation, worship, and service. No?
Yes.
Pero dapat magkakaugnay lahat yan. Pag sinabing simbahan, ang iniisip kaagad, worship. They don't realize that the two other components in the church life are equally important. And these are service, social services, that we provide social service also, especially to the poorest of the poor. Madalas kasi ang portrayal ng gobyerno at simbahan, parang magkahiwalay.
Para magka-competition, hindi dapat.
Separation of church and state. Okay, alam natin ang ibig sabihin nun, that the church should not put up a state should not put up a church. But pareho lang ang pinaglilingkuran nating mamamayan.
Isa lang, Pilipino.
Yes, isa lang. You know? And that is why the church should be always there as an advocate of responsible citizenship and responsible governance.
It's a very simple message, trying to bring family together, you know, through the words of God. And trying to bring the family to understand that the church is there to help. The church is there, you know, that the bishop, the cardinal, anytime the priest, you know, you are in need of understanding what is confusing you in your life, they are there to answer you because, you know, they are, you know, equipped with, the, you know, God's love in their heart.
Sa pamamagitan ng pagbabasa ng banal na Biblia, ay natutunan natin ng Diyos ay pag-ibig. Yung paghahandog na yun ay isang malaking palatandaan ng pagmamahal ng Diyos. Hindi lang sapagkat nagbigay siya ng kanyang sarili, kundi gumawa siya ng pamamaraan na makikita natin, mararamdaman natin sapagkat siya naging tao. At yun ay hindi lamang inialay ang kanyang sarili, lalo-lalo sa isang uri ng pag-aalay sa pamamagitan ng pagkamatay niya sa krus, kundi gusto niya sa pamamagitan nito ay makapiling niya tayo sa Kanya. Makaisa tayo niya. Kakaiba yan eh.
Magkaiba yung sinasabi ba yung sinasabi niya, eros at agape?
Oo.
Na,
Yung agape ay pagbibigay ng sarili, pag-aalay ng sarili para magkaroon ng epekto sa atin. Pero yung eros ay yung makapiling ka, makaisa ka, na siyang nangyayari sa atin, sa buhay natin. Di ba ang mga nagmamahalan ay gustong laging magkasama? Ha? Ang Diyos ay ganun din ang ginagawa sa atin. Kaya, ang ganda ng yung tanawin ba na nagkatawang tao siya para makita natin kung anong itsura ng Diyos.
at makapiling siya,
At makapiling
maramdaman siya na andyan
Yeah,
siya sa tabi mo.
yeah,
No?
yeah.
It's really, you know, the total disintegration of the family as a unit, you know. I really hope and pray, you know, that we should not follow what other cultures are doing because we have a very different type of culture. We receive the Eastern and Western culture, and this is something beautiful where we try to get the best in each one. And I hope the Filipino, we realize that they are very blessed, you know, because we have fear in our heart, because we know there is God who is watching us. But at the same time, you know, we are very proud that, you know, we are all working together, that we have this elder, the church leader, who can really guide us, you know. So at least in everything that we do, you know, even though we are not perfect, but, you know, we can see that we are not alone.
Ang pamilya, doon nagmumula ang kaalaman ng tao. kung walang pamilya. Ayan ang kagandahang binigay sa atin ng Panginoong Diyos na halimbawa. Bakit siya ay ipinanganak sa gitna ng isang pamilya? Si San Jose at si Santa Maria, nakalagay sa Biblia. Bakit? Para pakita sa atin na ang pagkamulat ng tao sa kabutihan o sa kasamaan ay nagmumula sa pamilya. At ang pamilya ang dapat magtaguyod ng kabutihan ng tao sa pamamagitan hindi lamang ng pagtuturo, kundi sa halimbawa mismo ng isang ama at ng isang ina. Yan ang kagandahan noon.
Tsaka nakikita dito na pinanganak siya sa damo, di ba? So, parang sa nakikita ko, pinaparamdam sa atin ng Panginoon ang kahirapan ay hindi sagabal.
Hindi.
Para hindi maranas yung pagmamahal, di ba?
Hindi.
Kahit mahirap ka, andun pa yung pagmamahal. Kung ang magulang mo nagbibigay sa inyo ng tamang daan, tamang disiplina, tamang values, as you said, formation, no? Pero dito, I read somewhere about this pastoral letter on civilization of love. Since pagmamahal ang pinag-usapan natin, paano natin makakamit ito, Eminence? At anong gagawin ng stand, or let's say, what is the stand of the church with regards to this civilization of love on the Filipino family and the society?
Ang simbahan ang siyang nagtuturo at nagbibigay lakas sa moral and spiritual values. At kung ito ay binibigyan ng kalayaan ng simbahan na magturo nito, at lalong-lalo na kung ang nagtuturo ay makapagbigay ng magandang halimbawa, ay di malalaman ng mga tao na ito pala ay tunay. At lalong-lalo na kung bibigay sa kanila itong Biblia. Ang ganda ng description ba?
God's love is very, very strong. And God's love is very evident. And God's love is very, very powerful. And you can see it, the reason why, God's love is very important because He knows, that we need each other. That's why He created the family. Because He doesn't want a person to live alone. He doesn't want He created sun, moon, stars, forests, everything for us to enjoy. Imagine He's the only one enjoying it. What's the use of creation? That's the reason why He created family, because He wants the family to realize the beauty that He has created for us to enjoy, but not to destroy.